And here we go again. I'm trying to keep these videos short. That way makes it easier for you to watch. Problems, finishing up problems 15 through 20 on this video. Dividing. So we're taking the polynomial 18x to the fourth minus 10x squared plus 6x to the seventh, and we are dividing by 2x squared. So I can split that up. 18x to the fourth, we're dividing that by 2x squared. A negative 10x squared, we're dividing that by 2x squared, and a positive 6x to the seventh, dividing that by 2x squared. Keeping it simple here, 18 divided by 2 is 9. Just like when we multiply like bases, we add the exponents. When we divide like bases, we subtract the exponents. So I get 4x to the fourth divided by x squared, so 4 minus 2 is 2. Negative 10 divided by 2, that's a negative 5. Again, dividing like bases, we subtract the exponents. 2 minus 2 is 0. I could put x to the 0, but anything to the 0 power is 1. And so that would be negative 5 times 1, so just negative 5. And positive 6 divided by 2 is 3. X to the seventh divided by x squared would be 7 minus 2 is x to the fifth. When I write my answer, I would write them in decreasing order of exponents. Decreasing order of exponents, 3x to the fifth. That 9x squared is positive because there's no sign in front of it. And we're done. Question number 16. Again, I'm going to split everything up here. So 4x cubed y squared, we're dividing that by 4xy. A positive 8x y squared, we're dividing that by 4xy. And a negative 12x squared y cubed divided by 4xy. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Because 1 would be the coefficient, I don't technically have to write the 1. It's understood. X squared divided by x to the first, I have 1x left. Y squared divided by, hold up, rewind. That is actually x cubed, if I could read my handwriting. So x cubed divided by x, 3 minus 1 is 2. Now y squared divided by y is y. 8 divided by 4 is 2. The x's cancel out. I'm left with y to the first. And negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. X squared divided by x is x to the first. Y cubed divided by y is y to the second. And we can leave our answer like that. Maybe you could make an argument that you would switch the 2y and the negative 3xy squared. Typically, we're going to leave the y squared at the end when we have the x squared at the beginning. All right, problem 17. Again, continuing the same pattern. 18x to the fourth divided by 3x. A positive 24x to the third divided by 3x, a negative 15x squared divided by 3x. 18 divided by 3 is 6, x to the fourth divided by x to the first, x to the third, positive 8, x squared, negative 5x. And we have decreasing order of exponents. Everything is good. 12x to the fifth divided by 3x squared, a negative 9x cubed divided by 3x squared, and a positive 3x squared divided by 3x squared. So 12 divided by 3, there's 4x to the fifth divided by x squared. We're left with x cubed. Negative 9 divided by positive 3 is negative 3. X to the first, once to the first power, we don't have to write any exponent. And the same thing divided by itself is always 1. Remember, at any point during the videos, you can always pause, you can always rewind to go back and watch to see if I did something. Same process, 5y to the third divided by negative 5, a positive 22y to the second divided by negative 5, and a negative 5y divided by negative 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. However, we have positive divided by negative. Positive divided by negative is negative y to the third. Positive divided by negative is negative, and we have a fraction 22/5 y squared, and negative divided by negative is positive, and the 5's cancel. We're left with just y. And question number 20 says George and Marilyn are finding the polynomial by a monomial. Is either of them correct? Okay, so we look at the processes. Look at the process for George, and we can see he started off the same way that I did mine. 15 divided by 3 is 5. X cubed divided by x is x squared. So far, so good. 12x squared divided by 3x. 12 divided by 3 is 4. X to the second divided by x to the first is x to the first. Negative 24 divided by 3 is negative 8. And the x's cancel out. So everything on George's checks out. So it looks like he did his correctly. For Marilyn, she set the problem up correctly. However, if you notice, she forgot to subtract the exponents when you divide them. Thus, hers is not correct.